Which one?
The short term.
Oh, well, this process has been going on for a while, and it may take up to a year.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The brain is like any other organ system. It's just that you have to keep working on it. Okay.
Well, I'm trying.
So what I want to do is just show you first what you came with, and this is you, Patsy.
Yes.
Armin. When's your birthday?
Oh no, I just said that a while ago. 3/7/47.
Okay, that's what I see here. 3/7/47.
Yeah.
So that's your right eye, and this is your left eye.
Yeah.
So over here you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that, this, that, all of that is tumor. Huge tumor. Okay. So what I did was I went in there and basically, well, from what I can see, I took everything out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now today's MRI, or at least the one that you brought with you, it's showing an area. Okay, so now this is after. So this is where the tumor was. Your brain looks really good, very healthy. The only area where you can see that there looks maybe some form of enhancement is that one spot.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have to tell you that this area was like no man's land because there was a lot of blood vessels in there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, those blood vessels are very important. That's what provides blood to your brain.
Yeah.
If we damage that, then you wind up with a stroke. So we don't want stroke, right? So went ahead and just carefully peeled everything off of there. So I think this area, likely or not, will be just the what we call the wrapping or the capsule of the tumor.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it will grow back. I hope not. Okay, but I think we should at least keep an eye on that. By getting a new MRI. Let's say, so your surgery was in October, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is October. Well, we'll call it November because it's 27. So November, December, January. So this is 3 months. So 3 months, it looks fine. I think we could probably get a new one in 3 months and see what it looks like. All right. Now, if it looks exactly the same, then I would say let's go ahead and skip that for another 6. So that we'll have a 1 year. Now, let's just say scenario. What if it gets bigger? What if this area starts to look like it's starting to grow back?
Yeah.
We should plan on doing what we call focused radiation. Okay? It's called radiosurgery. They will be able to conform as much as they can so that they're not blasting the whole area with radiation. They will conform right around that margin, right around the area of that lesion or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because I think, from my perspective, I maximized what I can do surgically here. I don't think I should go back in there because otherwise I could still, take some of those vessels out and give you a stroke, which we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, from the point of view of your memory, I have no reason to think you should have memory problems because from a
It's not
the
really
brain,
real bad. It's just
yeah, I mean the brain is
little things.
fine. I mean the brain, if you compare each side there, it's intact.
Yeah.
So this is all outside your brain. So
Yeah.
it's on the surface of your brain. So you need to exercise your brain.
Yeah.
You need to go out. You need to be with people. Okay?
Yeah.
You need to do things. You have to have tasks. You can't just be at home.
Well, I've started crocheting.
Nope,
again.
not good.
That's not good. Okay.
No, I need you out. I need feedback, back and forth. You need
Oh,
to be
interaction with other people.
Yes.
The interaction.
Yeah.
You
Well,
have to
I
be
don't
out.
have that. I'm usually at the house
Nope.
most of the time by myself.
That's really bad for you.
Yeah.
You need to be out.
Because my husband has from 12 to 4. He goes to the American Legion and plays Moon. And so I let that's domino games and everything. So
you go out with him?
No, I don't go with him. I stay home.
Why?
Because
It's just like
I don't know. It's just
No.
it's usually just all guys out there. They just
Well, you need to be with their wives. Where the wives are.
the wives are all home. I don't know.
Well, you need to
or
hang
they
out with
work.
one of
Or they
them.
work.
Well, you need to do something.
So
You can't be at home. Your brain is not gonna heal.
Yeah.
You want your brain and all the function to come back. You gotta get out.
But I'm just used to being home by myself unless the kids come
That's
over
fine
or
if
I go
you're.
see them or
That's
something.
fine if you wanna age real fast.
And I've got my 4 dogs.
Nope. Dogs don't talk back.
No, but I play with them a lot.
Nope. You need the brain.
Oh, okay.
You need to talk and discuss things.
Yeah.
You know, so all sorts of different things.
Yeah, I understand now what you're talking about.
The brain doesn't work just one way. It needs to bring things out as well.
Yeah.
And that's where the memory part becomes hard. It's retrieval. It's when you're trying to get information out of it.
Yeah.
So the only way you could force your brain to do that is to be with people. And those people can give you cues and pointers like, do you remember this? Or do you know this?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Well, when I talk with them, everything, when I can talk with them.
Yeah, but it needs to be
So-
like constant through the day. It can't be just 1 hour here, 1 hour there. You need to be out.
Okay.
Okay, so what I typically do at this time is I do what we call a on the phone follow up because I see looks fine. I don't think she needs a surgery anytime soon. So I typically will have my patients get an MRI and then we review the MRI and we call you. Whether you want to be called or she wants to be called, give us one person. We cannot just,
Yeah, I understand.
So to let you know that everything looks fine, everything looks the same, let's get an MRI in 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then if that's fine, then we'll just follow this. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I just have a question though. I've got 2 little marks up here on my forehead. What are those?
That's the
Will they go
incision.
away?
Those are what they call battle scars.
Oh, okay. So they'll stay there. Okay. I just was wondering. Because it seemed like they just popped up the other day.
Yeah, they weren't here 2 weeks ago. These weren't like this little dent in. She's noticed it's been there for a little bit, but these just showed up a couple of weeks ago. Is that still just swelling going down, or?
It's just gonna be as the wound heals, it's gonna start to flatten out in that area.
Okay.
So what you do is
Because
just
I noticed it sinks in.
yeah, it's okay. It's called battle scars. So what you
Okay.
gotta do is just women have a choice of
Yeah,
moving
she's
their
got
hair
this cute little
around.
hairdo
That's what I
going
got
on.
there.
It looks
Yeah,
good.
that's it.
I like
All
it.
you gotta do is just let that hair fall on that area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise you won't even notice that you had surgery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I call it battle scar.
Okay.
It defines you more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all of us,
Yes.
I mean, we all
Yes.
forget different things.
Yeah.
And you have this. This is your experience.
Yeah.
This is gonna be part of you. You say that, yeah, I've
Yeah,
had brain
it is.
surgery.
Yeah.
So.
It's-
All right. Any other questions?
oh.
Yeah, she wanted to know, like, size tumor wise. I know she has measurements, but is that like golf ball,
Oh, this one?
peach? I mean, what?
Oh my goodness.
what would
I
you call
can't
that?
measure because it's very complex. It pretty much occupied. Oh my goodness, I don't know. I mean, let's see if we can measure it.
It was just one.
It was one, but it was like it had extensions.
Mhm.
It had
Okay.
like corridors, and that's why it made me very worried that it was gonna be something bad, like like cancer. But I was mistaken.
Well, see, I
So this
never
is the
had
front view,
I never
so-
had headaches or anything from it.
That's looking at it this way. So that's the front view.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see that's the whole tumor right there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much a third of your brain on the right side.
Yeah.
So maybe a large orange.
Oh my word!
Yeah, it was
that's
big.
amazing.
It was
Mhm.
big.
Oh.
Did you feel like your head was lighter in that side after?
Well, the
It's
pressure,
big.
the pressure and
I mean,
everything.
look how big it is. It's
Yeah,
not
I
that
see
whole
that now.
area.
It's
It's
kinda
supposed to be brain, but
It's kind of hard to believe.
And she said she feels like there's pressure
That's the
now,
scar.
kind of just.
This is
It's just-
inside. It's the healing that's still
Okay.
going
It's
on
just
in
healing.
there. Every now and then you might feel like needles stabbing you in
Yeah.
that area. That's all
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, when I tap over
okay.
here, it feels,
Sensitive.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just
but it feels it all the way up to here.
battle scars.
where there's
Yep.
where you didn't do nothing. It's,
Well, there's a network. There's like a net of nerves. You remember on our skin,
Yeah.
like that's why you can feel, because there's like a full net of nerves there. So when we cut in that area, the nerves in that area,
Okay.
get cut, but it can grow back.
Okay, nothing. It's all up in here where
No.
it's not. But my hair is all falling out.
Oh,
It's getting real thin. Every time I brush it or comb it or something, all this hair right in here is getting a lot thinner than this side over here. Will that grow back?
yeah, it should. I mean, the it should be fine.
Yeah. Is it common?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all I was wanting to know. I didn't know whether I need to grow it longer up here.
Yeah,
to
just
hang
let it
down.
grow out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And she had a question about. She really has no memory of the last 2 years. Will that come back, or is that pretty
Mhm.
much that'll come back also?
Yeah, with you guys' help and pictures.
We're working on it. Yeah.
You
We
know?
made a book, a memory book.
Yeah, and
Things.
I've been digging out old
Okay.
pictures.
So those 2 years, you have to learn it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
train your brain.
learn them,
That's what-
Yeah.
and don't get frustrated. Just remember that your brain is fine.
Mhm.
So just be out. You have to be out. You cannot
just-
stay in the house.
In Memaw, though, it's such a small town. It's
that's
hard
a
to
good
meet
excuse,
people.
but it's not a good excuse enough for me.
We'll just have to
Just-
find it.
You could. There's so many other ways to get onto people. You have FaceTime. You have all
Yeah,
these
well,
Vibers.
I'm on Facebook,
No, not Facebook.
but
I want
know
FaceTime.
I can,
Facebook is reading,
Yeah.
and FaceTime is actual interaction. You cannot, you have to talk to people.
yeah.
Very true.
I just don't know
Volunteer work is going to be helpful too,
Mhm.
whether it be at church.
Now, I have thought about. I have
Whether-
even asked about volunteer on sitting with babies and stuff at the hospital,
Yeah.
newborns and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. You're out. That's important. You interact with people. Okay.
I was about checking in.
Talk about the news. Talk about things like health. Did you read the news today? Or so then you can start talking about things. Did you watch the
Okay.
game last night? Did you
Yeah.
watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
All right.
I watched
Who
it
won?
last night. Brady didn't win. I don't know. I don't know the name.
What's the other team?
I don't know that.
Who were you up against?
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
Okay.
Right? So
The
that's
Eagles.
the thing. You got to think about things that will make you
Yeah.
remember it.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know.
Well, I just knew
What
about
color is the Eagles team?
blue, purple,
Close.
dark, dark.
Those
They're in the
things.
darker color. And,
So you see how you're challenging the brain that way.
Mhm.
You're challenging. Give me that information. You're asking for the brain. So,
Now there is a lady that comes by the house and does this, gives me puzzles and stuff.
right, but that's good though.
Mhm.
But that's just a small part of what you got to do. That's not normal living. Normal
Yeah.
living is,
The social interaction.
social interaction. It's the right
Yeah.
word. So okay.
Well, the only other thing that I do around there is, see, I was the photographer for the American Legion Riders,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a motorcycle group.
You
And-
should need to do
But
it again.
in the wintertime though, it's too cold to ride, so we don't take pictures.
Well, it's gonna be warm soon,
Yeah,
Mhm.
so you better get ready.
I messed my camera up. I have no idea what I did with my camera.
We'll get it fixed.
So
Mhm.
You got to find out what your interest is, and then you
Yeah.
need to do it. If that's what you enjoy to do, then do it.
Mhm.
Be ready. It's almost,
yeah,
it's getting warm now.
yeah. I want to ask you, could I get a picture of you?
She wants a picture of y'all together.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
I'm not ready though. But I'm just
Well, I'm not either.
Fix
My-
your hair. Y'all fix your hair.
kidding. Okay, where do we stand? You want to stand or sit?
Stand. Let's stand.
Standing is
Stand.
nice. That way we
Yes.
can get the full body.
Yes.
We'll see how tall you are.
Here, Susie, I brought my camera.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, here
Okay.
we go. The real thing. So there you go. That's a beautiful camera. Is that what